for Clara Olshansky.
Hey folks, I buzzed my hair last week. I can now tell you from the inside, if your friend gets a buzz cut, you might think they're doing it to look tough. They're not. They're doing it because they secretly suspect they might have hot bones. It's like the world's gotta get a load of this shapely skull. I'm non-binary, my pronouns are they, them, unless you say other ones, I'm not confrontational. And I know gender stuff's not like fun to talk about, it's not like sexuality stuff, right? Like with awakening stories, I feel like people's sexuality awakening stories can be so fun. They can be like, and then I kissed her and oh my God, it was like better than every other kiss I'd ever had put together. Like, this is what a kiss is supposed to be. Whereas my gender awakening story is, I journaled. I found out that my friend was bi by meeting her hot girlfriend. She found out that I was non-binary by seeing my odd haircut. I'm still figuring out the hair stuff. I was looking at this Pinterest post, 7 short haircuts you need to try right now. But I didn't have enough heads. How about 1 short haircut you need to try right now? 6 that can wait. Still trying to find a shampoo that works with my gender identity. Like, I feel like women's shampoos are all like, shampoo. And men's shampoos are all like, shampoo. I'd like a shampoo that's just like, I don't know, shampoo. Bottle is khaki. Microsoft Word default font. Comes in 2 cents. Plain and what? You think you're too good for plain? When I was trying to be a woman, I always felt very unattractive, but I've recently retroactively learned about multiple people who would have been down. And now I just feel like I left money on the table. If anyone here is thinking of socially or medically transitioning, I'd recommend just doing a last call. My parents have been weird about the gender stuff. When I came out to them, they accused me of just trying to do the cool thing, which is wild because they have known me my entire life. Never once have I done a cool thing. I spent middle school drawing different Naruto characters kissing. I don't know. But they've always been kind of dismissive of transness. Like growing up, whenever someone we knew would come out, they would be like, I don't know, it seems like they've always just been looking for some way to belong. Yeah, because they're trans. You have correctly diagnosed the problem to which them coming out as trans is the solution. That would be like if their friend was getting spinal surgery and they were like, I don't know, she's always had a fucked up back. They've been slow to get on board with the terminology. They'll still introduce me to their friends as their daughter, which feels bad, but I do think it would feel worse if they were like, this is Clara, our adult child. Come meet a person we made. I'm bi, so they'll let me stay in Brooklyn. And coming out as bi didn't go a lot better. My mom asked why I thought I was bi, and I said sometimes I'm attracted to women, and she said, well, yeah, women are very attractive. So instead of her learning that I was bi, I learned that she was bi, and she didn't learn that anyone was bi. There's this novel she and I both recently read where the main character is a bi woman who dates a man, and my mom's takeaway was, I don't get why she had to be bi, it distracted from the story. Which, first of all, no it didn't. The author got that information out in like 2 sentences. It's not like there were 30 pages of, she was bi. Boy, was she ever bi. She dated men, she dated women, she dated everyone, because she was a bisexual bisexual. Second of all, dating men, very bi thing to do, one of the top 2 or 3 most bi things you can do. Third of all, a character's sexual orientation doesn't need to come up. Like, when my mom saw Apollo 13, was she like, I don't get why they all had to be heterosexual, it wasn't even relevant to the story? Because I was. You've got 3 strapping young men in isolation together for that long, and it doesn't even get like a little bit gay. Not even like a no homo way, just hand stuff, no eye contact. Not even like a John Lennon, Paul McCartney mutual masturbation way. And that is real, you can fact check me on that. I don't have a punchline, I just want people to know. I get it though, for a long time I didn't know I was queer. I thought I was a straight woman who looked at pictures of Aubrey Plaza for the regular amount of time. Mostly dated cis straight men. You know, there's that like problematic phrase, strictly dickly, as opposed to the alternative, straginally vaginally. Lately I've been dating more women, which is scarier, because when a man rejects me, it feels like, well, guess my boobs weren't big enough. And when a woman rejects me, it feels like, well, guess she could tell that who I am is bad. Like, I know that not all men are superficial and not all women are psychic, but on some level, when a woman rejects me, it feels like it's because she can tell that one time on Metro North the toilet paper was out, so I used the roll. And then there was no trash can, so I put the roll back. Thank you. I was broken up with recently, but I saw it coming, which I hope took some of the fun out of it for her. Just the one little dig I can salvage. She's like, you're unlovable. I'm like, yeah, well, you're predictable. A couple weeks earlier, she'd asked me if we could be exclusive, and then we almost immediately stopped hanging out. Which I think would have been important information to have in advance, because I don't know that I would have been so quick to agree if I'd known that the question was, do you want to stop seeing other people? And each other. My brother's advice right away was fuck her, which is a nice sentiment, but we weren't there yet. Some of those middle steps are important. Like, I feel like if my brother wrote a cake recipe, step 1 would be sift flour, and step 2 would be frosted. This woman was done. When we first matched, her profile said that she was looking for someone with good comedic timing, and when she came up again this week, that was gone. Yeah, you ever ruin rapport for someone? It was nice dating a woman, though. It was kind of my first time, and dating men, it had often felt like I was in the passenger seat and they were in the driver's seat. Dating a woman, it kind of felt like we were both in the driver's seat, which is not a good way to drive a car. I'll leave it there. Thanks, I'm Clara Olshansky.